Rats are overrunning California. But what's the solution, you might ask? Well, it's simple. Ban all the pest killers. Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Obvious, bringing you the obvious. And today, on TechBee.com. So, rats are overrunning California cities. However, instead of, actually trying to solve the problem, the California state moves to ban powerful pest killers. Here you can see an environment. As rats overrun California cities, state moves to ban powerful pest killers. So this article is by Ryan Cebullo and Philip Reese, and I gotta be honest, I'm not surprised. Now before we dig into this, just a reminder, you can find a link to my Patreon and Subscribestar accounts down below in the description. Be sure to check out my affiliate link if you prefer a physical product, as well as my social media accounts. Be sure to follow me on BitChute. So here it says, the rats were winning. There were so many earlier this summer outside of the Cal EPA building in downtown Sacramento, officials had to close its outdoor playground. Out of fear, state employees' kids would catch rodent-borne diseases. So as many of you well know, California is the first third world country of the United States. It is basically a cesspool run by Democrats. You see, anywhere run by Democrats eventually falls apart, becomes ridden with debt, social problems, and disease. It's almost like they're terrible at managing the economy and running things. But you know, that's just crazy talk. To fight back, building officials set out a controversial type of rat poison whose use may soon be banned statewide by the California legislature. The poison didn't stay out very long once word got out that the state's top environmental regulations were using poison widely condemned by California's powerful environmental groups. Imagine choosing the Black Plague over poison. I don't know about you folks, but I would rather suffer the ill effects of pesticides than get the bubonic plague. Okay. Effective immediately, I'm putting a moratorium on the use of rodenticides around the 1001 I Street building. Cal EPA agency Undersecretary Serena McElwain said on June 19th in an email to staffers, "We will continue to monitor the situation daily and will work aggressively to find effective, less toxic alternatives." Oh, really? What money are you going to use for that? I'm just wondering. In my opinion, they should just make a bunch of poison rat pills that look like food to the rats and just spread them across everywhere. That would be effective, and it's better than spraying pesticides. The rats versus pesticide fight at the building that housed the department pesticide regulation couldn't have been more carefully designed to highlight the complexity of two budding crises in California. The state is seeing a troubled resurgence of rodents, which can carry a wide array of diseases that have been around since the Middle Ages. The megalopolis of Los Angeles County, for one, has seen skyrocketing cases of one such disease, typhus. At the same time, researchers are finding widely used rodent poisons at sometimes lethal levels in the bodies of beloved California predators, such as birds of prey and mountain lions. Ooh. Well, that's one thing I had not considered. There are things that hunt rats. Remarkably, anticoagulant rodenticide have been found in almost all of the mountain lions tested in California. Each year, the state and Department of Fish and Wildlife performs dozens of autopsies known as necropsies on mountain lion carcasses. 9 out of every 10 cougars tested to have traces of anticoagulant poisons in their livers. So because of the wildlife poisoning, every environmental group wants to ban all anticoagulant rodenticides. I'm not sure if that's a winning strategy. You've got to deal with the rat problem, honestly. You know what you should do? I would enact a cat program, okay? So the state is going to get a bunch of cats, a bunch of kittens, and they're going to raise them and make sure they're fed. They'll have public access to food and water. Although they may actually need to do buildings because otherwise other animals will steal the food. But cats can solve this problem. So the needs of native wildlife appear to be winning in this overwhelmingly liberal, environmentally conscious state. The California legislature is poised to ban the toxins over objections of well-financed chemical industry, lobbyists, and pest control operators, apartment owners, and restaurateurs wary of rodent infestation. The rat infestation, meanwhile, has found its way into conservative media, where pundits are using it akin to a slapstick punchline for commentary on the state's liberal policies. Yeah, didn't they make it legal in California to knowingly spread an STD? It used to be like a felony. Are you kidding me? California's a joke. Enjoy your plague. It is punishment by nature herself for your insanity. But the rat infestation combined with a pesticide ban is no laughing matter to some experts, who say a disease outbreak similar to the one in Los Angeles could happen in downtown Sacramento if rats such as those investing the Cal EPA headquarters aren't kept in check. When you're at the stage where you have to close down your playground because you're worried about exposing children to rats and the diseases they harbor, you need to use your full arsenal, said Naomi Quinn, a scientist who studies rodent infestations at the University of California Cooperative Extension. Well, she sounds like the voice of reason, I gotta say. So obviously environmentalists, who tend to be kind of dumb, say there's other ways we could manage pests, such as making cities more sanitary. I think we're far past that point. Environmentalists say the scientific evidence is clear. Anticoagulant rat poison seeping into the environment is harming wildlife in all corners of the state. Oh man, oh wow. In the rugged northern forest, rat poisons used to protect marijuana grows have been found in Pacific fisheries, a weasel-like predator, and in northern spotted owls. In 2017, San Francisco coyote died from internal bleeding caused by toxin. Well, it's a coyote. Nothing of value has been lost. And in Southern California, rodenticides are playing hell on fragile populations of mountain lions in the bushy foothills above Malibu's celebrity mansions. Wow, okay, so in 2017, researchers were delighted to find two spotted kittens, a male and female with striking blue eyes. So they were heirs to a famous father, a 150-pound cougar, and he was important because he was going to inject some very much needed genetic diversity into the population. They become inbred because of freeways, a lot get hit by cars. So the male kitten grew up, became a 150-pounder, and they were really excited because this was a good genetic legacy. Unfortunately, he didn't even live to breed. He escaped the wildfires, but he died because of internal bleeding caused by rat poisons. Jesus Christ. Nobody knows how he ingested the toxins, but his liver, they found 6 different kinds of rat poison compound. Holy crap. And they're not even normal poisons, they're second gen, because rats developed an immunity, and these ones cause internal bleeding. So, there's a fight between the poison lobbyists and the people who want it banned. It will almost completely ban the use of poisons, so I gotta be honest, I think California's rat problem is going to explode. So here are words from a teacher. If you're a mountain lion biologist and one of your precious mountain lions dies in the Santa Monica Mountains, that's a huge deal. But if you're me and you're in a classroom and a maggoty rat or multiple maggoty rats are falling from the ceiling, that's also a huge deal, she said. There has to be a middle ground somewhere, and a middle ground is not a complete ban on the use of anticoagulant rodenticides, but it more than likely will be. So the infection rate is near crisis levels. And a big part of this is the homeless problem. You see, in Democratic-run areas, there's a disturbing amount of homeless people. Part because the police never have the authority to get rid of them, and because of the policies of the state. Poverty and democracy and Democrats go hand in hand. Leftism, folks, I keep telling you that. So typhus is a big problem. It's usually treatable, but it can be hard to get diagnosed and you can be sick and miserable for a while. If you never get treated, you could die. Better sanitation didn't end up solving the rat infestation this summer at Cal EPA's building in Sacramento. Mick Ilwain, the agency undersecretary who placed a moratorium on rat poison, rescinded her order less than 2 weeks later. In a June 28th email to staff, she said efforts to trap rodents in clean trash weren't getting the job done. Yeah, no shit. So her office was planning to set out an alternative first-generation poison instead of the bromadiolone originally deployed. Under Bloom's bill, those poisons both would be banned from use on state property. Because no one actually reported falling ill to rodent-borne diseases, Bloom's office said it was unclear whether the bill's language would allow Cal APAs to cite public health and use poisons for future infestation. The bill makes no exceptions for when rodents overrun playgrounds. So, as you can see, California is literally being overrun by rats. Honestly, I think a good portion of the United States doesn't even want California anymore. I mean, there's Silicon Valley, there's Hollywood. It's basically the cancer of the United States. And this rat infestation is just one symptom. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? What do you think about rats? And what do you think about California? Be sure to let me know. Now, just a reminder, you can join my Patreon or Subscribe Star for as low as $1. Doing so will get you access to Fight Club, a private Discord server. There's also PayPal options. If you prefer a physical product, I currently have an affiliate for magnetic MacBook Pro covers. They stick right to your computer and you can slide them over to hide your camera from hackers or spies. There's also a NyanCat version. Lastly, because websites are no longer spreading red-pilled content, you can help out by sharing videos you enjoy on social media. As always, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.